What up, what up? It's gonna be a pretty informal Dalena Diaries because I don't really feel like setting up my camera and I just want to lay down in my hammock. A few things to talk about. So, basically, this is all an illusion. And I know I say that a lot and it annoys the hell out of everyone. But it's true. It's a beautiful illusion. But it's an illusion in the sense that I don't think this reality is as any real as where we go at night in our dreams. I think that shit's real too. Well, that's the thing. It's all real and all an illusion at the same time, depending on your beliefs. And beliefs, thoughts, and emotions create reality. That's it. That's the answer. Alright, I'm done. Just kidding. Basically, there has been a small group of people in control of our world and our perception and our media and our food and our, education system, our healthcare, all those big companies, big industries. They've been in control of all of that for the what? A long time. I was gonna say a millennia, but I don't really actually. Is a millennia 100 years? Shit, or is that a century? I don't know. Anyway, so everything down to the ads we see on the streets. It's all to control our minds. It's all mind control. And we are in a very pivotal, very important time in human history in which we are experiencing a massive shift in consciousness. Basically, all the shit that's been hidden from us for a long friggin' time will come to the surface. It's inevitable. Everything that is hidden from the public, there are hidden technologies. The government is hiding the secret space program, all these things about aliens, contact with aliens. They basically try to keep us in the dark for a long freaking time. And even this is like shown in our movies and stuff. They try to fictionalize what is actually real in order to make it seem or feel like aliens aren't real. They're just what you see in sci-fi or fictionalized movies. That's one way of them mind controlling us. Basically, these people in control, whoever you want to call them, the Illuminati, the reptilians, whatever, they come from lower dimension. And how they thrive is they thrive off of fear, emotion of fear, the energy of fear. And in order to generate as much fear as possible, they have deliberately fabricated this society based off of fear. That's why we have insurance companies, that's why we have the healthcare system, and it's in our movies, and it's in our media, it's in our freaking news, like every day. Like 95% of the news is negative, is hyper focusing on what is going wrong with the world, which is not necessarily even the scope of what's going on. It's just a very narrow scope view of what's actually going on in the world. Talking about murders and kidnaps, like that shit doesn't actually happen that often. But we wake up and then we pelt our brains with all this BS because they feed off of our fear. They need to generate fear, feed off of it, and I can't even go into the deep, dark shit that they do that involves children, unfortunately. But, all this stuff will come to the surface in due time. And I have a feeling that it'll come to surface very soon. I mean, it already has. A lot of people already know that this is going on, but I think most people are too afraid to talk about it, or most people just, don't want to know what's going on because it makes them feel uncomfortable. And that's the same thing with, the meat industry and the suffering and the pain and the torturing that goes on in the the factory farms, and it's just so much shit that's hidden from us. But luckily, right now, we're going through what people have been calling a dimensional shift. And, there are a lot of dimensions, and we are in, I hear, like, third or fourth. But since time is factored in, it's 3 dimensions moving through space, which is the 4th dimension. And apparently we're about to enter the 5th, 5D. And no one actually knows what this will entail exactly, but from my understanding, things just speed up, and our power to manifest is just at a faster rate, because as we go up in dimensions, energy is moving and vibrating at a faster rate. So take into account beliefs, thoughts, and emotions, and how they create reality. In the 5th dimension, that happens at a faster rate. So you think a thought, and it manifests pretty much in front of your face. Something like that. But it takes longer in this dimension because things are slower, more dense. Energy is more dense. So, yeah. But I think we all chose to come here at this particular time in human history to experience this transformation. Because it's a massive freaking transformation. And we don't really know what to expect. So the best thing you can do, I think, is to focus on yourself. I mean, other people as well, but focus on your health, exercise, put as many natural foods as possible in your body. Don't put that processed shit in your body. Just don't. Cut out meat, or at least, eat very minimal amount of meat. Most of my diet's plant-based, having a plant-based high vibrational, put the high vibes in your body. And I think most importantly, in implementing some sort of mindfulness in your daily practice, which could mean going for a walk, meditating, doing yoga, anything that really forces you to pay attention to your breath and your breathing and being conscious of the present moment, because the present moment is all we have, is all that exists. Past and future are illusions, and this society that they've deliberately constructed for us hyper focuses so much on the past, hyper focuses so much on the future, when everything is in constant flux anyway. So all you really have, all that's true, is the present moment. And a mindful practice allows you to really tune into that more. So, focus on your health, your well-being, your emotional well-being, and being in high vibration. And as long as you're in a high vibe, you'll spread those high vibes. Because inevitably, I have really high hopes for the future. I'm very, very optimistic about where things are going to head. As much shit that's going on in the world, I recognize that. But I think storm is in, the destruction of things and overhaul of things that need to occur in order to build a better society. And so I think a lot of shit will come to the surface. A lot of shit that's been hidden for such a long time from humanity. A lot of deep, dark stuff. So prepare yourselves for that. But at the same time, we're gonna get through it. We really are. And it's scary. It's a scary time, but it's exciting. It's an exciting time. And you chose to be here anyway to experience it. So might as well have fun with it. As tough, difficult, and painful it can be sometimes, you just gotta have fun with it. We're all kids at the end of the day still, just in larger bodies. I think we're always going to be kids. Kids are pure. They know what's up. They know what's true. They know what's right. But the inner child is just conditioned out of us as we get older, because that's what they need to do in order for us to work for the system. That's what you need to do in order for us to just work for them, and then buy their shit and just turn our planet into a friggin' mess because we're buying all this shit that we don't actually need. And I've definitely been guilty of that, you know. But nowadays I'm a lot more mindful about what I buy, and like if I don't need it, I'm not gonna buy it. Just more waste. For what? For no reason. Literally no reason. We're not taking anything that we have with us into our next life. But yeah, take care of yourselves, guys, first and foremost. Eat more broccoli, eat more apples, do more of what you love, get into the flow state. Just do what makes you happy, honestly. Go into nature and hug a tree. I love y'all. I love y'all. If you guys ever need any help, advice, someone to talk to, I'm here. And I'm always here. I'll always be here for y'all. So just reach out. Don't hesitate.